same week as the world-famous Frieze Art Fair, but over in London's equally famous Brick Lane, two of the hippest fairs are joining forces at the Truman Brewery for 4 days of raw originality. Both the other art fair and Moniker attract the coolest, most provocative and energised of London's galleries and artists. To discover the true undercurrents in the capital's vigorous contemporary art scene, it might well be that this, and not Regent's Park, is the place to see and be seen.
My name's Eleni Duke and I'm from the Curious Street Gallery, which is based in East London.
And is this your first time at Moniker?
This is my first time at Moniker, so this is the first time we're doing such an abstract fair, and it's fantastic.
Have you done other art fairs?
Yes, we do the affordable art fairs, and we go up to Manchester every year, which is great. But this is the first time we've done a fair which we get to use a bit of creativity over, so it's fantastic.
So was it the creativity that that drew you to Moniker?
I think it's the fact that it's with a lot of galleries that are quite similar to us, so quite surrealist and very urban, so we like that sort of crowd and sort of mingling with people that we know, like the work's quite similar. So yeah.
So how did you decide who to bring with you to the show?
The artists that I brought with me to the show, I brought because they represent a specific side of urban culture. So Hannah, behind me, represents sort of very female urban artist genre. And then Otto is a tattoo artist. So the guy that's done the backdrop of the fair as well, he's a tattoo artist. And I just thought that's a great sort of concept to bring to an art fair.
Definitely. And what about these stores here?
The stores are incredible. He uses antique things that he finds and sort of hand carves them with a plasma laser, and I just think there's something really phenomenal about this concept and idea. People seem to really love it. It's great.
I'm Louise and I'm from Jealous Gallery and Print Studio.
Have you been to Moniker before?
We have, yeah, we've been here since it first began, and we always do the live editions, so we publish editions with each of some of the biggest artists that are exhibiting here at Moniker, and we produce a limited edition print with them and we co-publish it with Moniker.
So what makes you keep coming back?
Because it's so, the buzz around here is just amazing, I don't think that there's many art fairs that have the similar kind of following and a similar kind of atmosphere as well. Like the atmosphere here is just great, and everyone loves us screen printing, live screen printing, and getting involved with the live screen printing as well. And so it's kind of quite a unique experience, really.
How did you choose which artists to bring here with you? Are they?
So this kind of art fair is focused more on like outsider and urban art, and so we brought a lot of our artists that kind of fit that niche. And obviously, because we're a print studio, we don't represent any artists, so it means that we're able to work with hundreds of different artists, and so we really whittled it down to the kind of artists that this art fair kind of expects and wants to see. And so we brought some of our kind of some of our new releases, and some really exciting new work, hopefully.
Okay, so my name's Sam Rhodes and I'm the director of Lawrence Alkin Gallery in London. And on the stand at Moniker, we're doing a project between us and our sister gallery, Inked, which are based in Brighton. So we're bringing together 8 artists, fundamentally, that we both work with, across both galleries, and presenting kind of like a Moniker art fair project.
How long have you been? Did you both start at the same time, both galleries?
No, Inked has been running longer than Lawrence Alkin. We took over the space in London where we're based in the West End about 7 years ago, but we've since rebranded and turned ourselves into an exhibiting gallery within the last year. So as Lawrence Alkin Gallery, we've only been exhibiting for a year. Inked have been running about 8 years maybe now, something like that, so a little bit longer.
It's quite nice to be bringing someone from Brighton up here, because it seems a lot of the galleries are very local.
Yes, yeah. I mean, and our customers find that as well, because a lot of the clients from Inked, in Brighton especially, they're London artists and they get exhibited widely in London, but it's nice for, just like you say, for a Brighton gallery to come up. The customers of Inked as well. It's good for them to see it in London, and it's easy access.
So why did you choose to come to Moniker specifically?
It's a must, really. I mean, it's the one fair really that showcases the art that we do, the kind of counterculture, not just street art, but the kind of painters, and so we've got ceramicists on the stand. But it's subversive culture, really. It's not your watercolours and pretty
This is
scenes.
your first year here.
This is our first year here. It's going very well.
Have you made any sales yet?
Yes, we made lots of sales, which is good.
On the first night, that's pretty good.
On the first night, yeah, we did some pre-sales this morning from clients, and then it's just general traffic on this stuff. So it's good.
Hi, my name is Rosa Migliardi, and I'm here at the art fair first time, and I'm here to present my scribbles.
The scribbles?
Yes.
Is that what you call them?
I call them because the idea started with, when you are on the phone having a conversation, and all of a sudden your mind takes you, if you got a pen and your mind takes you somewhere,
Yes.
that's where, and you think they are meaningless, these drawings, but they've done studies that how you were, your frame of mind, your emotion in that moment, or during that conversation, or even that period, they will just take you somewhere and they can actually show how you were thinking, what you were feeling there and then. And so the idea was, like using wire, different type of wire as a drawing tool, because I've done mixed media art and paintings, a bit of photography, but this wire is just taking me on another level. It's drawing tool.
Do you do the sketches first, or do you make?
Yes, I do the sketches first, and my starting point were really sea creatures like sea anemones, starting with some macrograph of cocoons and pollen,
Yeah.
But the actual technique, when I get started, it takes me somewhere else. It's like subconsciously the form goes on its own. You see what I mean?
Yeah. How long would it take you to make one of these?
It depends on the wire I'm using. It depends on how big, how large the piece is. For example, the brass is very hard, as I was saying before, and it can take me from the preparation, from the idea to could be at least a couple of months to actually the finished piece. To search, to see where I want to take, which is the inspirations, why I'm using in that case, and then I get started. But then there is some small shapes like this one. It could take me a couple of weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
And you said that this is your first time at the other art fair.
Yes.
What made you come here? Why
Basically,
this
I
one?
was looking because I work on commissions or some interior designers or online galleries, and I was looking for a fair. This is my very first time for a fair, and they say that it was advertised as independent artists, and I thought, let me try, let me apply, and it's supposed to be the place where to be, and I was very happy that they picked me in the end because it's supposed to be very, the hot spot for the independent artists.
It is indeed. There's a lot of people here on the
Lots
opening
of
night.
people for Thursday evening, and we started at 5, and they start coming. And lots of interesting people, artists, collectors, and people interested in your work, and having good chat, even taking inspirations from them.
Yeah.
In the sea, and people really interested in the art. Yeah.
And you're here for the full 4 days.
Yes, I am. Yeah.
Well, hopefully you'll
It's
have
exciting.
a really good time. Yeah.
Yes, and nice to meet you.
Thank you.
I'm Louise Aldridge. It's my first show for the other art fair. I kind of chose to do it because I kind of go every year, and I find it really interesting for my own work to see what artists are doing that aren't represented, actually just kind of see where my work fits in between as well, that kind of get some ideas, especially the photography work, because I work a lot from life drawings, but I also work from photography. So I kind of go to the studio, do a lot of sketches from life, and then build upon them, and then from a lot of photography work as well. I'll take images and then I'll layer them up, and then I'll take it to canvas. So I use a lot of the figure as my influence, really.
Yeah.
And then I kind of play off that really with form, shape and light, kind of what's behind, what's in front, with colour as well. You can really use that from where different colours vibrate with different colours. So I kind of experiment and then I put it to canvas. So the finished outline is really when the piece says it's finished, rather than me saying, okay, this is what it looks like on sketch, what it should look like on canvas. So yeah.
So, I mean, you said you've been coming to the other art fair for the last few years. Is one of the key points why you chose this particular fair the fact that it is unrepresented artists?
Absolutely, yeah. I think that you get a different body of work when it's unrepresented because you haven't got a gallery kind of with a style behind you. You're very, very free in what you want to do, and if if something takes interest and takes flight from that, then you can go with it because you have nothing kind of pinning you down to stay with a certain theme or style that sells, really. So I found that they have a real varied work here as well. And every time I've come, I've just kind of seen that my work could really fit here.
Yeah.
And yeah, I contacted them and they were like, yeah, I'd absolutely love to have your work and I'd really like to feature it. So yeah, it worked really well for me.
So you had to go through an application process?
Yeah. So you apply and then it goes to kind of like a panel and then they decide, because they get so many applicants for this, that it's kind of can be really daunting to see, who do we choose out of what. And obviously they do want a mixed board, so they don't want to have a lot of the same type of work. So I think they kind of really pick out who kind of covers what really well.
Yeah.
Which I think is really, really good, and I respect their opinion. So I did a lot of research myself as well of who's sold here, because that's obviously very important.
Yeah,
and I think a lot of artists said that it's been very, very good. And after the show as well, you can get a lot of different flow of different people that have bought from other people that's quite similar to your work that can get brought over to you too. So you're kind of sharing people that are interested that you've brought down. So I find that's really, really useful.
Well, good luck with it all.
Thank you so much. Thank you.